Sup, it's Hallie, and welcome back to Papa's Parfait Girl. When we last left off, Natsuki was about to make some terrible mistakes in the closet. And not necessarily the romantic kind.
I suddenly have the perfect idea! I'm gonna get a chair, so just hang on. I pushed my way past Hallie. Let's see. The classroom chairs have the desks attached, they'll never fit in the closet. Of course, the teacher's chair. Aha! It even has wheels, so I can easily roll it to the closet. Ush! He takes the hint and gets out of my way. The chair easily fits inside the closet and is much taller than the stool. Aha! There we go! See, I can easily do it now. I climb up onto the chair and grab a stack of manga. As I bend down to put it on the shelf below, the chair starts to swivel out from underneath me. Whoa, ah! Fortunately, I managed to catch myself on the shelf in time. Okay, maybe I could use a little help. Oh, what are you doing? Can you at least hold the chair steady instead of sitting and doing nothing?
Yeah, I got you.
He holds the chair so it can't move on its own. On its own. Much better. I reach up to grab the box with Parfait girls in it. It's the heaviest one.
Gah.
What's his problem now? Huh. I put my arms around the box and pull it towards the edge of the shelf. Ugh, heavy. This is too awkward of a position. I'm afraid I'm going to drop the box. I really do need help now. Hey, Hallie. I don't think I can bend down without falling. Hurry and take this one.
But then I have to let go of the chair.
That's fine. Just for a second. Hurry up.
Alright, let me just stand up.
Huh? What do you mean, stand up? I look down at him. Why are you all the way back? I realize our respective positions and I'm suddenly very aware of my skirt length. Is he looking at my...
Natsuki, the box.
What are you looking at? He doesn't say anything, it just looks embarrassed. I can't believe it. He was trying to get a glimpse of me. You're trying to look at my... Part of me is thrilled by the idea that maybe he enjoyed what he saw, the thought that makes my knees feel weak. But mostly I feel humiliated. This has never happened to me before. I definitely don't want him to think I'm that kind of a girl.
I'm not. I was just... Natsuki, don't try to move. Just give me the box.
You perv! You set me up! Go away! Get out!
But...
I'll do it myself! Ah! The chair suddenly swivels again from beneath my feet.
Natsuki!
I'm going to fall! Yeah! The chair flies out from underneath my feet. The box and books go flying.
I got you!
Crash. I try and protect myself with my arms as I fall. Good. I am suddenly aware of the rather awkward position we're in right now. Gross! I give him a good thump in the chest so he knows I'm not too happy about laying on him before getting up. What were you thinking? You sicko! Everything okay over there? I heard a loud noise. Monica suddenly peers in. Monica! See what happens when you put the manga on the top shelf? Are you trying to kill your club members or something? Jeez! Sorry. Oh, and one more thing. It seems like your most recent club member is a total pervert. So I hope you're happy.
I didn't do anything, I swear.
I suddenly lose all interest in Monica and Hallie as I look down and see that one of my volumes of Parfait Girls got creased in the fall. Oh no!
It must have landed on the page.
I try to fix the crease, but of course it's no use. Angry, I slam it shut and throw it against the floor. I think back to when Papa bought it for me on my birthday and begin to cry. It was the last time things were good for us. I look at all the books carefully scattered across the floor. For a second, I see them scattered across the street, and I let out a sob.
Natsuki, are you...
No! My voice squeaks as I say that. There's no hiding the tears running down my face. I don't want him to see me like this, and I wish he'd just go away. I want him to comfort me, and I wish he'd hold me. I don't know what I want right now.
I'll help get the crease out, okay? It's partially my fault, so...
I just shake my head. No, I don't even care that much. I'm just having a really bad day today. It's true, the craze really isn't a big deal. It's Papa being so sad and angry all the time. It's missing Mama. It's my strained friendship with Yuri. It's my wish to be a strong, independent grown woman. It's my desire to be Papa's little Parfait girl again. It's my feelings for Hallie. It's my shame with how I look. It's me. I didn't mean to take it out on you. I really didn't mean to.
It's fine. Is there anything you want to talk about?
I may like him, but there is no way I am ready to open up to him with all this yet. Just every day is so hard. I just want to come to the club and pretend things are normal.
Alright. Well, I'll help clean this up. And I'll move the rest of your manga for you.
He picks up Volume 2 of Parfait Girls.
We'll set this one aside. This will help cheer you up a bit, right? We can get started on it once I'm done here.
I look up at him. I'm an obvious mess and not much to look at, but he spends time with me. You're really nice to me.
Eh? Well, I'm just treating you like a friend, you know?
Of course, a friend. So this is what it's like to be friend-zoned. He's not really interested in me that way. I'm just a buddy that he shares interests with. I guess he really wasn't trying to look at my skirt earlier either. I can feel my heart break. He leaves me alone and starts putting my manga away. That confirms it. At times like this, when a girl is in distress, the guy that likes her will hold her in his arms and tell her everything will be okay. At least, that's what happens in the stories I read. Helping put books away is what a friend does. I sigh. At least Yuri will be happy. I get up and start helping Hallie put things away. I am pleased to notice he had been putting them in the correct order on his own. Working together, it doesn't take us long to put everything back in the boxes. I let him put the box onto the proper shelf and then move the remaining boxes from the top as well. With his height, he's able to do it effortlessly with just the stool.
Alright. That should do it.
I can't look at him in the eye right now. Thanks.
It's nothing.
Of course, because that's what friends do, don't they? Staying on a question, I just hold Volume 2 of Parfait Girls in my hand, too heartbroken to even ask if he wants to read it with me.
Alright, I'm ready.
I'm tempted to tell him to just go read with Yuri instead, but I don't want him to ask why. Somehow I managed to hide my tears. Good. Even if you weren't, I'd make you anyway. You're taking responsibility for what you said. The thing about cheering me up.
If you insist.
We sit in the same spot as last time, and he opens the second volume. I managed to put up a convincing mask, smiling and laughing with him. It helps that I enjoy the story and I'm able to point some of the subtleties out to him. After some time, Manga gets our attention as usual, and it's time to share poems again.
I guess I'll be holding on to this for now.
Yep. Even you sound more enthusiastic this time.
Well, I'm starting to get into it, you know?
Told ya.
Yeah.
He returns to his seat and carefully puts the book in his bag. I go and get my poem out from my folder. When I turn around, I'm surprised that Hallie came to me first to show his poem too. He just smiles as he offers it to me. I take his poem and read it. It's about a beautiful princess trapped at the top of a tower. Despite her situation, she kindly uses magic to create the most amazing food for the people below. His description of the various flavors the people enjoy are simple, yet incredibly effective. At one point, she even makes a strawberry parfait that I can almost taste myself. It ends with the people wishing they could tell her how much they appreciate and adore her, but can't because she's out of reach. I really like that.
Is it that bad?
No, it's not. It's good. It's really good, okay? There, I said it. This wasn't supposed to happen at all. Why can't you just be bad at this? My poems are supposed to impress you, not the other way around.
You're trying to impress me?
Obviously, you think I'd let you enjoy Yuri's writing more than mine? Give me a break.
Well, in that case, what's the problem with me trying to impress you?
I'll tell you. I suddenly realized what we both just said. I not only admitted I was trying to impress him, he just said he's trying to impress me. You're trying to impress me? I reread his poem with new eyes. How could I not have seen it before? The message is obvious. This is about me. Is this how he sees me? I'm so confused. It's almost like a love poem, but he said he just wants to be friends earlier. Did I misunderstand what he said? Or am I seeing something in this poem that isn't really there? I'm terrified at the thought that either one is the truth. Why does this have to be so hard? I begin to panic and start having trouble breathing. You have to use the bathroom. Once safely out in the hallway, I try to catch my breath. I bend over, hands on my knees, and focus on taking slow, deep breaths. I wish Yuri was here. She's helped me with panic attacks before and is really good at dealing with them. Though maybe right now she wouldn't be the best choice. I feel my throat tighten more at the thought. No, I can't think about that. I imagine her hands resting on my back and her voice guiding me through the breathing exercises. After a couple minutes, I have calmed down enough I can breathe easily again. I'm not certain I'm ready to face Hallie and the others right now, but I know I have to. I steel myself and go back into the club room. I enter to see that Manga is holding the poem Hallie wrote and is discussing it with him. How do you think Natsuki feels about you? Oh, you don't need to answer that. It was just something for you to think about. I need to put a stop to this. Soon the whole club will think he wrote me a love poem whether he actually did or not. I quickly walk up and snatch the paper out of Monika's hand. Hey! Did you read this, Monika? Of course, I liked it. Ugh. I knew she had, but had hoped otherwise. You should really stop reading things that aren't for you, you know. You have a bad habit of doing that. But Hallie wrote this poem. And we're supposed to share with everyone, right? Oh, I stop in my tracks. That's right, she doesn't know about Yuri's feelings nor our truce over Hallie. She's eager to show what a matchmaker she and Siri are. Okay, well, I think Hallie is done sharing this poem with everyone. It's not like anyone would want to read this anyway. Especially Yuri. In fact, I'm just gonna hold on to this. If you insist. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Like what? Oh, she most likely thinks I want to keep it so I can moan over it. Well, maybe a little, but that's not the only reason. Ugh. Never mind.
Natsuki, I'll give you the poem, but that's still not very fair to Yuri. She hasn't gotten to read it yet.
So what? It wouldn't be fair to her to let her read it either. Well, I guess Hallie is right, Natsuki. It's not fair if you don't let everyone finish reading it. I can tell I'm never going to win against the both of them. Fine. I hand the poem back to Hallie. It's not like she's going to like it, though. Don't say I didn't warn you when Yuri is crushed reading it. Anyway, read my poem now. And no, I won't let you keep it. This is my only copy. I hand him my poem. Not bad, right?
It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's.
Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do.
No, of course not.
That's a relief. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk.
Do you know people like that?
Of course, it's about how everyone thinks I can't finish what I was about to say. That doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out, they'd make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes, as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things.
Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of other people can too.
You know, I'm glad that you can appreciate this kind of writing. I mean, I know I was talking about that yesterday, but I've been enjoying sharing my writing with you, so consider yourself lucky, okay?
Well, thanks for being honest.
What's that supposed to mean? I'm always honest. Jeez. Just look forward to tomorrow, too, okay?
Alright, I will.
As soon as Hallie leaves, Sayori comes skipping up towards me.
Hey, Natsuki. So, I just have to ask. What were you doing alone in the closet with Hallie and making so much noise? I mean, you know I'm rooting for you, Joe, but I hope you're not moving too fast.
I can't believe Sayori thinks that I would... He was helping me move my manga and one of the boxes spilled. That was it.
Oh, sorry, I should have realized. It's just, you're both my friends and I don't want either of you to have any regrets.
Believe me, things are so complicated right now, there's not even a question of...
Complicated? What's going on?
I don't want to go into how conflicted I feel towards Hallie and my uncertainties, but about how he feels towards me. But this is finally the perfect time to tell her about what's been going on between Yuri and I. I sigh. Yuri has a crush on Hallie.
Is that why you two were fighting yesterday?
Yeah, it's the real reason for our fight.
I never imagined something like this would happen. I just want all of you to be happy.
Yuri and I talked about it last night. We agreed to both back off and let him decide. So until then, we think it's best if you and Monica stop playing matchmaker for a bit.
I understand. Oh, we still need to share poems.
She offers me her paper. We exchange and read them together.
I'm not certain I really like your poem today. I don't like spiders myself. But the person talking about Amy is a real jerk.
That's the point. It doesn't matter whether or not you like spiders, it only matters that Amy does. And it's wrong to make fun of her for something like that.
In that case, I do like it. It seems mean on the outside, but really it's nice on the inside. Kinda like you.
She suddenly gives me a hug. Okay, I need to breathe. Sayori can get a little too enthusiastic with her hugs sometimes. Wait, what do you mean by mean on the outside? Do I come across that way?
So, before we run out of time, what did you think of my poem?
Fine, but we will finish this conversation later. It's pretty good, a bit wordy, but you don't go overboard with it. I think you're trying to say how happy your friends make you. When alone, all your happy thoughts get locked away into bottles, and it isn't until you're with your friends that they help you free them. Except, I guess at the end, even though you have your happy thoughts, we don't always share in your happiness. Like when we fight.
I didn't really think about meaning while writing it. I just went with my feelings. But I do love my friends, and being with you does make me happy, so I suppose you're right. Thank you.
After another hug, Sayori leaves to share poems with someone else. I notice Yuri isn't currently sharing with anyone, so I go up to her. I'm sorry for encouraging him to read with me. I only meant to ask for my book back.
What?
She sighs. It doesn't matter. If it's any consolation, he friend-zoned me.
But I read his poem. It's obvious he was thinking about you when he wrote it.
Or at least my cupcakes. I admit I've been getting mixed signals from him and I'm really confused.
Maybe his interests aren't romantic, but it's obvious where they are. He's never read with me. I don't think he's even cracked open the book I gave him. He writes poems about you. And he spends more time with you than he does with even his best friend. So, there's no contest. You've already won. I won't try and get between you two anymore.
She says I've won. Sure doesn't feel like it. Here, maybe Hallie wrote a poem about me, but I wrote this one about you. I hand her my poem. She takes a minute to read it before reading it back, or handing it back.
I may not like your writing style, but you are at least consistent with it and managed to make it your own. But do you really think that I don't want to be friends with you because we have different interests? That just because you enjoy things I don't, that I would be so cruel as to exclude you or make fun of you?
She got that from my poem? I pride myself on poems that are easy to understand, but I must have horribly missed the mark with this one. No, I don't think you're at all like the subject of the poem. You're Amy, and I am, or at least almost was, the I consider a jerk. This is my way of trying to say I'm sorry. and to remind you that I'm okay with you. I look around to make sure, or certain that no one can hear, and even then I whisper, collecting knives is a hobby.
Of course.
Though I still say collecting swords would be way cooler.